The chief bureaucrat pitched ideas including support for an independent EU finance minister and recommending the merging of the European Union and European Council presidencies. Jean-Claude Juncker also seemed to confirm the emergence of a European army, with plans for a full EU defence union by 2025. In the wake of the speech, Nigel Farage tweeted the European Commission President comments would have killed off any Remainers' desire to stay in the EU. He posted, Remain would lose any second EU referendum in the face of Juncker's plan. He told The Telegraph, the big pitch that was made to the ranked masses of media in Strasbourg was to tell the peoples of Europe that the EU is now going to strengthen democracy. Nothing could be further from the truth. He said he felt relieved the UK had left in the nick of time. The future painted by Mr. Juncker is one where national governments' veto power is dissolved and even more power is handed to Brussels, Mr. Farage warned. He said, the EU is now heading toward a new form of communism with all power at the center and the member states simply having to obey. Unless there is a fight back by freedom-loving forces across Europe, we will see the 2019 European elections held on a playing field that is heavily tilted towards the establishment. And he said Mr. Juncker's plan heralded the death of the nation-state democracy in Europe. The MEP also voiced fears over what he saw as removing obstacles to the united European vision through funding allocation. He said, it is clear that those who oppose the EU funding project will not receive funding, and he claimed that the proposals are punishing those who have an alternative vision for the future of Europe. In his speech, Mr. Juncker was positive about the Union continuing and flourishing, even in the wake of Brexit. He said, March 29, 2019, that will be the day when the United Kingdom will leave the EU. This will be a very sad and tragic moment in our history. We will always regret this, and I think that you will regret it as well soon, if I might say. Nonetheless, we have to respect the will of the British people, but we are going to make progress. We will keep moving. We will move on because Brexit isn't everything. It's not the future of Europe. It's not the be-all and end-all. Following Mr. Juncker's speech on Wednesday, Mr. Farage told the floor, the message is very clear, Brexit has happened, new steam ahead.